Coming up on today's show, Tennessee football recruiting got some good news and some bad news. I'm going to tell you what that news is in just a couple of seconds. But before that, I've got something I want to talk to you about. We are on the brink of history right here at Tennessee Football Talk. Our channel age is 83 days, which is wild given the fact that we've only been here for a little bit over 2.5 months, and we're already 8,270 subscribers. My goal is 10,000 subs by 100 days, meaning we've got 17 days left to get to my goal, which we are 1,730 subs away from. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. If you have not subscribed, I ask you, change that today by hitting that big red sub button. In return, you get daily coverage of your Tennessee Volunteers. Best part is, it's 100% free. All right, now that we're done with that, let's talk about recruiting. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid and my parents or my teachers, they always told me, hey, I got some good news, I got some bad news. Which news do you want first? I was always the kid that said, go ahead, just give me the good news first. That's what we're going to do today because it is my show. Let's start with the good news on the recruiting front. Jaylen Thomas, a JUCO product who currently plays his ball in Mississippi, but originally played high school in Memphis, sets his official visit with the Vols for the end of this season, the final game against the Vanderbilt Commodores, which, more on this a little bit later, is setting up to be an unbelievable matchup. I cannot wait for it. So Jaylen Thomas's timeline when it comes to his recruitment by the Tennessee Volunteers, he visited for the game against Arkansas on October 11th. Then 6 days later, he received a scholarship offer. Ronnie Garner was the one who gave it to him officially. And then 4 days after that, he set his official visit just yesterday. He will be back at the end of November for that game against the Vanderbilt Commodores. A little bit more on the JUCO product. He's 6'3", 310 pounds. This dude is absolutely massive. He's ranked as the 11th best prospect right now in JUCO ball. And he was forced to play JUCO not because of his talent level, but because of his grades coming out of high school. This last year, when he played for Northwest Mississippi, the Rangers, he tallied so far in 7 games played, 14 tackles and 2 tackles for loss as well. This guy is built like Aaron Donald. He looks like an absolute Adonis. And when he was asked about his Tennessee recruitment and his visit, he had this to say. I had a feeling that the offer was coming. I understand what God was doing. I would definitely say Tennessee is one of the teams that's in my mind. I am more than thankful for the opportunity that they gave me. And when you talk about Tennessee recruiting, when you talk about Tennessee recruiting in the JUCO ranks, when you talk about Tennessee recruiting in the JUCO ranks at the defensive line position, it's very, very easy to just automatically think Byron Young, who had some awesome years at Tennessee and is now absolutely dominating in the National Football League. Tennessee has had some success, and I think if you've seen anything consistent with Tennessee recruiting over the past 5 years, since Josh Heupel and Coach Rodney Garner have been in Knoxville, it's been their ability to recruit and develop at the defensive line. If you get a guy like Jaylen Thomas in the building, I'm sure it could be the exact same. I mean, this dude looks like an absolute physical specimen. I already compared him to Aaron Donald. If you didn't believe me, here's proof right there. Biceps just about as big as my head. Now, I've got a small head, so I don't think that's saying much, but I think you can tell from that photo that even if my head was 2 times larger, his arms would probably still be bigger. In my opinion, I'm the proponent of giving as many freaks inside the building as you possibly can. You can never recruit too many good players. You can never recruit too many stud athletes, okay? Because at the end of the day, your rosters are allowed to be much bigger in college football, and if they don't pan out, they don't pan out. But there's a really good chance that if a guy has the size that he does, the tool set that he does, and now will have the coaching, if he decides to come to Tennessee, and he would be in the class of 2026, if he has that coaching with Ronnie Garner, I mean, as Michael Jordan once put it, the ceiling is the floor. You get what I'm saying? It was a sad day today for the Tennessee Volunteers as Tony Vitello is officially leaving to take the job as the manager for the San Francisco Giants. I know this is a football channel. We don't talk college baseball. when the time comes, if they make it to Omaha, if they make it to the tournament, I'm sure we'll go live for some of those games, but we try to keep it Tennessee football. It's hard to. Coach Tony has meant so much to this university. He is the godfather of the baseball program over there, doing unthinkable things. I want you to spam those TVs in the comment section down below to show Coach Vitello some love. Something else that I think you're going to love is this offer right now. If you go to chatsports.com/UT hoodie, you can get this for $22. Okay, it was $55. Now it's $22. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. And I hope my wife isn't watching because I bought her a Christmas present. I know, it's October. I bought her a Christmas present just the other day. It was a sweatshirt, and I knew she'd love it. It was $90. Pretty unbelievable, if you ask me. Yes, I'm a great husband. I get it. You don't have to keep telling me that. Regardless, $90 is a lot. You can get this for $22. Chatsports.com/UT hoodie. They're on a $33 sale right now. All you got to do is click the link that's in the comments and description. It'll take you right there, and you can do the rest. So the bad news. Tennessee officially is not on the visit list for this particular 5-star running back. And it's a guy that we actually haven't talked about yet on this channel, but he's been talked about a good bit inside of Tennessee circles. Of course, I'm talking about Kemon Spell. He is the 7th overall national prospect in the 2027 class, the number 1 running back in the 2027 class, and he released his official visit list after decommitting from Penn State after they fired James Franklin. His official visits will be October 31st to Syracuse, November 8th to Miami, November 15th to Georgia, the 22nd to Oregon, and he'll round out the season by going to Michigan on November 29th. Now, why is that bad? Well, it was originally reported about a month ago that Kemon Spell was going to be in town for the November 1st game against the Oklahoma Sooners. I don't know where they got that report from, but it seems like things over the last couple of months or last couple of weeks have changed because Tennessee is not on that official visit list. And if you heard from Spell in August, this kind of made headlines. Before James Franklin was even fired, he was talking about 6 schools that might be able to flip him. Ohio State, Tennessee, Michigan, USC, Notre Dame, and Alabama were all mentioned. So obviously, something has happened since August where it's kind of made him cool on Tennessee. Because I think if he would have decommitted from Penn State right there, said his official visits right there, Tennessee would have been among the few. But then I also want to look at it on another lens. I think we need to talk about it from another lens of maybe Tennessee cooled on Spell. 2027, running back position. I kind of have a feeling that that spot is already filled up in Tennessee's recruiting roster by David Gabriel Georges. Blue chip player, 5-star. He's at Baylor High School just down the road. 21st national player in that class, number 2 running back only behind Kemon Spell. And we've actually talked DGG a ton over the past couple of weeks, and that's because he visited for that game against Arkansas. And after that game, Austin Price said he's the number 1 priority on any position for 2027. He's the top option, he's the second option, and the third option as well. Josh Heupel, we've seen him go to a couple of Baylor games. We've seen both Tony Vitello and Peyton Manning at a couple of Baylor games. Now, Peyton Manning's son does go to Baylor, but still, it seems like they're pulling out all the stops. And in this 2027 class, David Gabriel Georges is the number 1 prospect. And it kind of feels like Spell might have, over the past couple of months, felt UT's priority. He announced his decommitment from Penn State about a week and a half ago. And it wouldn't surprise me if Tennessee reached out, but didn't reach out like 100% full force. Let's try to get you to Knoxville as quickly as we can, because they are so enamored with and 100% sold on David Gabriel Georges. Now, I would hate for them to miss out on an opportunity with Spell because they're so in on DGG, and then he ends up going to like Ohio State or something. But let's be honest. I think they know how this recruiting thing works a little bit more, a little bit better than you know. I'm curious, which would you rather land out of those 2 running backs? Spell or DGG? You let me know in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for today's show. A little bit tighter of a show than usual. trying to get you in, trying to get you out, trying to get you along your day. It's already, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Make sure you got me followed on social media across 1,600 Twitter followers today. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. And, of course, we're right here, Tennessee Football Talk. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to get 10,000 subs by 100 days. We got 17 days to do so. Help me out and subscribe.